Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. It's a brand new week. I love Mondays. I get the most energy on Monday. I get do my best work on Mondays. And so it has been a full day. I had a podcast interview today, so that's why makeup is on, because it was the podcast that you do the recording, audio wise and video wise for YouTube and all that kind of stuff, and for their website. So I had that today. Also had a couple of my 45-minute one-on-one sessions today. So I had a couple of clients today. So you all, the Daily Money Live with Janae is going to be makeup and a dress today. Okay, no, no t-shirt and anything, but this Daily Money Live with Janae, and I'll wait for a couple more people to come in. It's all for my entrepreneurs, business owners, and if you know someone who's an entrepreneur or business owner, then feel free to share the tips you get from me today with them, because I'm sure that at least one of them will be of value to them. So a lot of things are going on. A lot of things are going on in the world right now, and it is a special case for entrepreneurs. And for those of you who are new to Daily Money Live with Janae, I take a money topic or a money article that I have thought about today or read each day, and do a live around it. And this one is kind of a combination of many things, seeing how business owners and entrepreneurs are reacting to COVID-19 and the pandemic and all the things that goes along with it, as well as the podcast I had today. It was with a fellow speaker who has been speaking even longer than me. I really enjoy him, and you'll hear the podcast when it comes out. I don't know when they're dropping it, but he talked about how all his work is completely erased through October. So he has zero income coming in through October. He's more than fine. He can do that. People who understand the speaking business and do things the right way and charge their value, right now it's fine. It's fine. Like, we don't want to be off the stage that long. Like, he's off the stage until October, but those of us who build our business right, we're fine with that. Okay, the reason I don't want it to last that long is because I want to get back out there and see people and interact with people and help people. And the good thing is, I've already had a social media presence and online presence as far as my courses and stuff before all of this. So I'm still getting to interact with people. Like I said, I had 2 45-minute one-on-one sessions today, and that is helping people one-on-one. One was about speaking, how to become a speaker and get out there once all of this is done. Like, this person's trying to lay the groundwork, so when everything lifts up, they're going to be ready to go. That's what needs to be done. We're going to talk about that. And then the other one was all about money. Like, how do they take advantage of this $1,200 check that may be coming, along with $500 for the kids that are coming, anything else that try to pay off their debt quickly. Like, that was my other call. So I am still working just fine right now, and I'm fine anyway, because it is what it is with money. Love your influence, and I always thank you. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the information. And before I even forget, I think I'm going to do it on Wednesday, because I want to let people know on my other social media channels. I am going to do a complete live on Instagram and Facebook about the stimulus bill that just passed. I'm giving myself to Wednesday because I'm trying to get somebody to send me the entire bill, which is 800 pages. If they can't get it to me, okay, I'm trying to pull some strings on Capitol Hill. If they can't get it to me, then it's fine. I'll deal with what I have that I get from the news, from the only knowledge I have, but I would love to read through the 800-page stimulus bill and give you all as much information as possible on that Wednesday. And it's going to be at 12 o'clock because I want to make sure that those who are from the states that live in other countries, that they can join before they have to go to sleep, okay? So that is going to be Wednesday. It's going to be an entire live about the stimulus bill and everything that is in it. So let's get started. Today's Daily Money Live with Janae is all about entrepreneurs and business strategies you should be doing right now during this time, so that you come out of this whole pandemic actually winning. Because, as you know, I'm a believer, and I understand that this too shall pass. And so when it passes, You don't want to be done wasted all this time not doing anything in your business that could have helped you weather the storm and then accelerate greatly after it. So the first thing that I want to share, first tip, the pity party is over. Okay, the pity party is over. And what I mean from that is that, probably a few weeks ago, people might have started getting, and it depends on what industry you're in, started getting cancellations and things. So let's say that you are in the event and conference industry and your event started getting canceled. South by Southwest, I'm sure all of those entrepreneurs are extremely sad. I remember, I don't know if you all know Gary Vee. He said one year that going to South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, gives him half his business for the year. And so that is the kind of magnitude that one event, which is 2 weeks long, can boost a person's business. Gary Vee said that event usually gives him half his business for the year. He said that about a year or two ago, while at South by Southwest. So imagine someone with that kind of result from one event, and he is only there for 2 or 3 days. He goes and does all his meetings because everybody, his potential clients, are in the same place, and not only him, other people. So imagine everybody else during that one event and the business opportunities that they lost. So during the early times when those kind of things started canceling, and now you got all of this going on where people have to be in the house to April 30th, you have restaurants closing. So entrepreneurs who are restaurant owners, it's a lot of things for entrepreneurs to really feel like, let me put my head in the sand, or let me have a pity party and feel sorry for myself. That is over. Okay, that time is past. We've been in this for at least 3 weeks now, at least 3 weeks. Gives us the opportunity to apply next year. So it lasts for 2 weeks, definitely. But that's what I mean. The pity party is over. If you're an entrepreneur and you're watching this, or you're a wantrepreneur, like you want to get to be in business for yourself, this is a lesson right here. All right, if you are working, like before all of this happened, you was working towards being an entrepreneur full time, let this time, and entrepreneurs that have been in it for a while already, that's going through this, let this be a lesson. Pity party is over. Pity party is over. During this time, this is second tip, you need to keep creating. Okay, you need to keep creating during this time, because your business is going to keep going. Okay, your business is going to keep going. Entrepreneurs, if we don't kill, we don't eat. If we don't kill, we don't eat, which means we don't get no money. So towards the end of 2018, I was saying to myself, you know what? I got too much riding on speaking out in public, like having to go somewhere and speak. And I said that, some of that needs to change. And I started creating my online courses. I started creating my coaching packages. Okay, online courses and coaching packages. And that was in addition to the speaking live and the books. Me making that transition at the end of 2008 was great during last year. It's like some extra stuff, extra money selling those courses while I sleep. And now, guess what? It's just a smooth transition. So like I was saying, that speaker who is not going to have any speaking engagements through October, it doesn't matter to me that anything is postponed or canceled or anything like that, because it won't be, because I can do all my stuff online, and I work with my clients to do exactly that. So I am still creating, and you got to be creating as well. I don't care if you have a brick and mortar shop. You need to be getting some videos done and talking about whatever you need to talk about that deals with your products. So if your products is eczema cream, right? You need to talk about the effects of spring being here and how it aggravates eczema, if that's a thing. I'm sure it is. Or if you sell something that helps with people's allergies, this is the perfect time for you to do videos on how to reduce allergy attacks because of the pollen everywhere. How to pollen proof your home, making sure that you take your shoes off outside so you don't track the pollen in here. Whatever. It's time to be creating And those are just some videos thinking about how it's relevant to what you sell and what you do. Oh yeah, Ken, you're just trying to recruit. Yeah, and that's what we got to do is adapting. So you got to be creating. Like if you find yourself going a day without writing down some new ideas, thinking about new business opportunities, potential clients that you reach out to that you never reached out to before. For example, there is a client that has never like bit the bait for me to come speak live. But as soon as I told them about like my piece of hair right here is really bothering me. When I told them about my online webinars, they were like, yeah, tell me more about that. And I'm telling you, this person for like 2 or 3 years has been like that. Like, not the speaking part. Like, they just can't continue like, yeah, we should work together. And it's just lollygagging. But now, gave the online option with the webinars, and they're like, yeah, let's do this. I got new partnerships I'm working with because I'm continuing to create. And that's what you got to do. You got to figure out how I can create. This brings me to a sub point of this. How active are you on social media? Like, how active are you on social media around your business? Like, if you have a business page or you are the face of your business, like I am the face of my business, and then you have a business page, what are you putting out on a daily basis to keep your community intact, keep your community getting used to seeing you online so that eventually you can sell things through online, whether it's courses, whether it's products, whether it's consulting, whatever it is. Like, what are you doing? It needs to be something on there every day, at least once a day. Like, this is content. In fact, I just put out 2 pieces of content just now. I put out the video on Instagram talking about I'm doing my live. That's 1 piece of content. And now I'm doing a video. That's 2 pieces of content. Hopefully I can save this video to my phone and put it up on my YouTube channel. That's 3 pieces of content, 3 different contacts and pieces of content in an hour. I'm asking you to do one a day on some social media channel. Let people know your business is still in business. Like, I'm serious. I am looking at some of the social media profiles that I follow to make sure they have not gone out of business because I like the restaurant. So I'm glad when they put stuff out because I'm like, okay, they still good. I can see them after this is all over. Or maybe they have takeout or curbside service. But because they're staying in front of people, guess what? They get more of my money because right now I'm trying my best to support small businesses that are restaurants. I am trying my best not to go to the big chains. I'm trying to go to small businesses because they're the ones who keep communities going. Okay? But I won't know if you're open, what time you're open, if you're still doing something, or you on lockdown and you decide to close your doors for a little while. I won't know that if you're not on social media telling me. I'm not going to just be riding by people's stores. That's why I say even if you are a mom and pop, you need a store and brick and mortar. You need to be on social media on a daily basis, helping your community understand that you are still around and you still exist. Because guess what? Only thing people doing all day, if they're not working, is on this. And even if they are working on their computer, they got Facebook or Instagram as a tab that they can just click to, scroll through a little bit and go right back to work. So if you're not on there, you're not on the one thing everybody in the world is on right now. Everybody is on lockdown. Everybody. The UK is on lockdown. France is on lockdown. Trinidad, found out yesterday, they're not letting anybody that's not Trinidadian on the island. They on lockdown. Every state is about on lockdown. Maryland, Virginia, DC just announced it an hour ago. They going on lockdown on April 24th. Everybody's looking at this. So why are you not there every day? All right, I beat that horse to death. Keep promoting. I had a lot of those questions a couple of weeks ago, especially on my webinar, people who are business owners on there. I talked about business tips at the end of the webinar and what business owners could be doing. And somebody asked me, like, should they still be promoting their business during this time? Yes. You need to be promoting your business. People are still spending money. So if you're not promoting your business, they're going to spend with a competitor. Like, you all know that my main thing is financial literacy, personal finance, and speaking about that. That's what I do for my clients. Whether it is corporations, organizations, or colleges, I talk about personal finance in person and as well or through webinar. So if I'm not promoting my business and emailing them and making phone calls, I promise you somebody else is. But if I'm not promoting, then guess what? They're going to go with a competitor of mine. So don't stop promoting your business because of what's going on. You can be sensitive to what's going on and even promoting your business by offering, creating videos, creating content, creating products that speak to this time, because people are going to be appreciative of that. That's what you have to do, but you cannot stop promoting your business. This is not the time. Like I said, if you're a true entrepreneur, if you don't have anything else coming in, if you don't kill it, you don't eat. So you can't be quiet during this time because your competitors are not. And if you all follow me, you probably have seen a couple of ads from me over the last couple of days, and you're going to see another one or two in the next few days. I'm still promoting my business because I know what I do helps people, especially right now, because the world financially is in a tailspin. And so those people who are not financially prepared or not planning to be financially prepared are going to be the ones who come out of this very badly. That's why I opened up the 45-minute one-on-one sessions and why people have been booking them up, because they're like, Janae, this is what I want to do with my money. This is what I need to do to pay off debt. Like, show me step by step. And they leave with a whole step-by-step plan of how to pay their debt off, or how to make sure their business survives this, or make sure that they are the person that they want to be as far as a paid speaker when they leave this, when this whole thing is over. Understand that right now is the time for you to have your money right. Okay? This is your time. Majority of people who follow me and myself were not prepared to take advantage of the Great Recession in 2008. This is your time. This is another recession. It's not going to be the Great Recession, even though the gas is looking really nice, but that's not a good thing. Like, gas being $1.49 is not a positive sign, by the way. It feels great because we're not going anywhere, so we're not saving any money. But even if we were going somewhere, that's not a positive sign to have gas that low. That's a bad sign. This is the time to have your money right. Whether you are a business owner or not, this is the time to make sure your money is right, okay? So keep promoting. Last but not least, get on a schedule as an entrepreneur. As entrepreneurs, we are used to social distancing and being in our homes by ourselves, working, making phone calls, talking, dealing with clients, all that stuff, sending out contracts. We are used to that. Be like me, I'm a mother of two. Throw 2 kids into the mix with how many teachers? 6 teachers between the two, which means I get at least 6 texts a day, more like 15 texts a day with work that they have to do. And not work that takes an hour, work that takes 3 or 4 hours. And not only takes 3 or 4 hours, but takes me helping. Okay? So, my usual way of doing things when they used to be at school has been upended. This is week 2 or week 3? I don't even know what week this is with them out of school. But today was a teacher work day, and because it was a teacher work day, I got a lot of stuff done. I was a guest on a podcast. I had 2 one-on-one sessions. I got emails sent out, phone calls done, writing down scripts for videos and things I'm going to do. Got a lot of work done because it was a teacher work day, and they didn't need my help with schoolwork. But come tomorrow, it's on again. And so entrepreneurs, whether you have children at home or a significant other who is now working from home and they used to go to an office, it's time to make sure you get back on schedule. And your schedule is probably going to have to change a little bit, okay? It's probably got to change a little bit during this time. For example, if the kids don't wake up, or whoever doesn't wake up to 9 o'clock, then you probably got to get up at 6 and work from 6 to 8:30, and then get your mind right to deal with the day. Take you a few hours off, especially if you have kids. help them with their work, and try to get it down to at least 2 hours and they're done. And then they can have the rest of the day, tear the house up, do whatever. And you get your work done. You can make the phone calls. So hopefully, they're getting done between 9 and 11. And by 11:30, you're back making phone calls. 6 to 9, whatever emails you need to send. And by 11 o'clock, 11:30, you're on the phone. Okay, you're calling, for those in the States, you're calling the West Coast when it's 8:30. For those on the East Coast, it's going to be 11:30. In the Midwest, it's going to be 10:30. In the Southwest, it's going to be 10:30 or not, wherever people are at. Get it done. Okay, get it done. But you're going to have to adjust your schedule during this time. Okay, any questions? So that is my 4 tips. Pity party is over. Okay, pity party is over. Keep creating, keep promoting, and get on schedule. Especially with family and friends. I don't wake mine up. I let them sleep so I can have my time in the early morning. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Because if not, you're going to just be not able to do anything most of the day. I definitely understand. Yeah, so, and not only get on schedule with family and significant others, but also friends. That's another point for entrepreneurs. A lot of your friends, majority of friends, are now working from home. This is a completely new thing for them. Nobody's looking over their shoulders, none of that. So they're gonna probably be calling you a lot more, sending you text messages a lot more, because they can't comprehend what's going on with this whole work from home thing, and they don't know how to stay focused and stay on schedule. And so you got to make sure that you set some boundaries with your friends and associates to let them know, hey, I've been running a business and I'm still running it, and you have a salary where your money comes every 2 weeks or once a month. Mine don't come unless I make it come by doing some work. So I can't talk to you right now for the 800th time today. Okay, and I haven't had that with any of my friends, thank goodness, because I've been an entrepreneur now for 9 years, so they kind of know my schedule and how I have to get things done, and then I usually can talk late on the day, or I'll take a break and I'll call them and that kind of stuff. But for those that are new to working from home, that have salaries, as an entrepreneur, you got to set some boundaries to let them know you can't text all day. You can't be doing phone calls and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I called one friend the other night at 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, yep, I seen your call early today, but this is my time I can talk. Oh, you're asleep now? Okay, well, we'll try again another time, because I just got finished with my work. So that's what it is. Any questions at all? I wanted to do this Daily Money Live with Janae today around entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs, just to give you some tips. But the most important one is, man, the pity party is over. Like, let's get to work. Let's get to work. I know it can feel overwhelming when things are getting canceled and money is being delayed and that kind of stuff. My money's getting delayed too. I understand what you're talking about. But you can't stay there. You've got to adapt. My goodness, adapt. Evolve. Because that's another thing. During this time, those who adapt in their business, those who evolve in their business, those that create and innovate in their business right now are going to win for the long run. Okay, they're going to outpace their competitors, and they're going to have a stronger foundation as their business. Like I said, take me for example. If I didn't do the online part last year, and really, I mean, the end of 2018 through 2019, if I didn't really hone that in, I mean, I got videos for days. I got courses for days. And I can just say, you want this or you want that? How about we put this together and package this together and give people options for them to pick from? That's adapting. That's evolving. And so if you didn't do that like I did, like 2008, 2019, this is your time. Look at this and say, where would I want my business to be, or how would I want my business to look if we had another pandemic, or we had another recession because the mortgage crisis or the student loan debt crisis threw the banks out of whack, whatever. How would I want my business to be built so that it can withstand it and I don't feel any pressure from it? I'm not feeling any pressure from what's going on right now. And it's just the way that my speaking engagements were set up, and that the type of clients that I work with, corporate and college, is that things can be just delayed. And because that's what I talk about is personal finance, I'm fine financially until that is. I'm not worried about anything. And so you got to build your business around, financially build your business where you can weather these storms. Okay, you got to weather these storms. So true. Someone I know recently opened up to having digital sessions for their speaking career. Up until now, they didn't support it. Whoa, really? Yeah. So yeah, they may have not supported it, but they see the importance of it. And those who are trying to hurry up and get that done right now, it hopefully it works, but they definitely need to make sure that they are testing it out, because one thing about speaking engagements, being a speaker, you don't have room for error, especially during live sessions. So you got to know what you're doing. You got to know the technology that you're dealing with, and just the way to run the business when it comes to the online part of it. We got the offline part and just the online part as well. Yeah, I've been in the digital world now for a year and some months. I've been in it longer, but I've been in it in a way that I'm really focused on over the last year and a half. I've had courses on other platforms for about 4 years, but now I love where I have it now. And I love how I can shift things around between my website and the other platform to offer different services for clients and groups and everything like that, as well as my individual people who buy my products and my courses all around the world, and also my one-on-one sessions and everything. Any other questions or comments, anything else that you may have? And hopefully, like I said, hopefully this saves, and then I'll put it on Instagram. Not Instagram, on YouTube. If not, you'll have a whole 24 hours to see all the tips that I gave. For those of you who joined me a little late on Wednesday at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to do basically an economic update. I'm going to talk about the stimulus bill and what it means for you. Some things may be relevant to you, some things may not, but it's going to be something in that live that's going to be relevant to everybody that watches. So you don't want to miss that, because I've had a lot of questions around what student loans, that what's new about that, what was in that, unemployment, all of that kind of stuff was in the stimulus bill, and people have been asking about. So I am going to go live on Wednesday, and it's not going to be short, I'll tell you that, because I am going to do it on my Zoom. I'm going to record on my Zoom with a presentation, so I'll be talking from that, but I'm going to do a live on Instagram and Facebook. Just those that join me on Zoom, I'll probably put the link in my bio. You can join me on Zoom to see that kind of stuff, what's going on, but other than that, you can join me on live on Instagram and Facebook. It's going to probably be longer than an hour, so I'm probably going to have to cut Instagram off, maybe cut it back on. If not, you have to just join me on my Facebook page, Janae Dringer Adams, and see the rest of it. And that, of course, when it gets on Facebook, that's going to be forever, so you don't have to worry about the 24 hours. I really enjoyed the recession proof session. I'm trying to save my 1,500. Okay, awesome. I'm glad you could join and everything and be able to see it. Good. And what she's talking about is, I asked everybody on the recession proof your finances, recession proof your life webinar, that they need $1,500 saved, because what that does is that it helps you from digging a bigger hole. Okay, so if something happens, and let's say you're already in debt, something happens, you end up going into deeper debt because you don't have, in case you're a breathing fund or an emergency fund, you don't have that in place. And so having $1,500 pretty much would take care of majority of expenses or emergency that'll come your way. You're welcome. I'm glad that you were able to join. So, and she said, I was going backwards trying to pay off that. Yeah, so you get the $1,500 first. So you get the $1,500 first, and then you pay off debt. Okay, and this is for everybody. She was in the webinar, so she knows what I'm talking about. You get the $1,500 first, then you pay off debt. If you have an emergency, let's say something happens to your water, let's not say water heater, something with plumbing, and you have to spend $200 to get it fixed. That means you have $1,300. You stop paying extra on your debt, get your $1,500 back up to the level, and then guess what? You can go back to paying extra on your debt. You're always paying the minimum, but once you get to $1,500, you pay extra on it. Okay, so that's some of the things that when I'm doing my one-on-ones now, people are trying to figure out, Janae, what should I do with my $1,200 check? What should I do with this? So we're actually talking through where the money needs to go, what bills it might need to go through, to what debt it needs to be going to, or does it need to just go straight into the in case you're a breathing fund, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is different. That's why I always say you need to do a 45-minute one-on-one session with me, because I can look at people's personal questions that they have and personal numbers and be like, okay, this is what you need to do, that what you need to do, that step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then you're going to reach your destination and be done with it. Like, this is one client today. This is the paper. They told me what they wanted to accomplish in the 45 minutes, and I wrote their plan down and everything that needs to be done. And we did it in 45 minutes around becoming a paid speaker. Let's see. Sorry, I joined so late. Which social media platform has been the most lucrative for your respective businesses? Instagram for smaller money. So, and when I mean smaller money, I mean my courses can be $397. That's smaller money. Bigger money is LinkedIn. Bigger money is LinkedIn. That's where I get the big contracts from. Yep, that's where I get the big contracts from. So those of you who have my speaker's blueprint, the speaker's blueprint, how to use LinkedIn as a speaker, that's how I get the big contracts. Okay, so that's the bigger money comes from LinkedIn, and Instagram is the smaller money. Yep, but thanks for asking that question. Yep. So any other questions at all, feel free to put it in the comment box. Put it in the comment box. So those that are just joining, this is the Daily Money Live with Janae. I went through tips for entrepreneurs to make sure that you're being able to ride out the pandemic and come out stronger on the other side as well. All right, come out on the other side as well. On Wednesday too, that stimulus bill, you're going to be surprised who's able to get unemployment. And I thought people would know. And I realized yesterday that group of people did not know. So I'm going to talk about that on Wednesday. Some people are going to be surprised. They thought they were going to be struggling during this time, but they're not. As long as they are doing what I'm going to say on Wednesday. Yep. Any other questions at all, or comments or anything? If not, I will see you all tomorrow for the Daily Money Live with Janae. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow yet. I had read something earlier today. What was it about? I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it must not have been as interesting for me to actually do a live on it, because it couldn't be about. I know Macy's, oh man, they furloughed almost all their employees today. Like majority of their 130,000 employees. That's not good. That happened today. And then of course all the hotels are laying off people, unfortunately. The state that I am in, come to find out, the first 2 weeks of March, they only had 7,500 unemployment requests, but last week they had 250,000. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. But the stimulus bill is going to help a lot of them in a big way. But we'll talk about that on Wednesday. All right, we'll talk about that on Wednesday. All right, guys. So have a great rest of your Monday. I am going to go back to doing some work. I am going to set my emails up for tomorrow because I need to make some phone calls. So I don't want to be drafting emails in the morning when I can be calling potential clients and hopefully closing some deals for some online things. All right, so I hope you're welcome. I hope you all, like I said, have a great day. If you want to do a 45-minute one-on-one session with me, pick my brain about business, speaking, and definitely about money during this time, click the link in my bio. It's not free, so before anybody asks me, it ain't free. Okay, but trust me, you're gonna make way more money out of it than you're paying for it. Trust me. And so once you pay for it, you can get on my calendar. I'm doing 5 a week. 3 this week have already been taken, so I have 2 more spots open this week, and then of course 5 next week, and so on and so on. But this week, only 2 spots are left for that. But the link is in my bio. 45-minute one-on-one sessions, and we will handle whatever questions you have, and we will get you on the right path to your goals and the solutions you are looking for. For anybody that just joined, feel free to look at the replay. All right, it'll be up for 24 hours. Bye-bye.